White Zombie is a 1932 American pre-code horror film independently produced by Edward Halperin and directed by Victor Halperin. The screenplay by Garnett Weston, based on The Magic Island by William Seabrook, is about a young woman's transformation into a zombie at the hands of an evil voodoo master. Bela Lugosi stars as the zombie master, Murder Legendre, with Madge Bellamy appearing as his victim. Large portions of White Zombie were shot on the Universal Studios lot, borrowing many props and scenery from other horror films of the era. The film opened in New York to negative reception, with reviewers criticizing the film's over-the-top story and weak acting. While the film made a substantial financial profit as an independent feature, it proved to be less popular than other horror films of the time. White Zombie is considered the first feature-length zombie film. A sequel to the film, titled Revolt of the Zombies, opened in 1936. Modern reception to White Zombie has been more positive than its initial release. Some critics have praised the atmosphere of the film, comparing it to the 1940s horror film productions of Val Lewton, while others still have an unfavorable opinion on the quality of the acting. The zombie theme of White Zombie was inspired by, but the screenplay not based on, the Broadway play by Kenneth Webb titled Zombie. Webb sued the Halperins for copyright infringement, but did not win his case, hoping to cash in on the country's interest in voodoo, which began with William B. Seabrook's 1929 book on Haitian voodoo, The Magic Island. The film, then titled Zombie, went into development in early 1932. The Halperins leased office space from Universal Studios. Garnett Weston's story focuses more on action than dialogue. To aid the Halperins, producer Phil Goldstone helped secure funds for White Zombie as he had for other independent films at the time. Much of the funding came from Amusement Securities Corp. White Zombie was filmed in 11 days in March 1932 and was shot at the Universal Studios lot at Arceo Pathé and in Bronson Canyon on such a small budget, approximately $50,000, that it had to filmed at night. Other than Bela Lugosi and Joseph Cawthorn, the majority of the cast in White Zombie were actors whose fame had diminished since the silent film era. By the time Bela Lugosi appeared in White Zombie, he was already popular with contemporary audiences after his starring role in the hit 1931 film Dracula and 1932's Murders in the Rue Morgue. And film historians have found it surprising that he would sign on to a low-budget film by producers the Halperin brothers with no track record in Hollywood. Sources vary about Lugosi's salary for his week of work on White Zombie. Claims range between $500 to $900. Richard Sheffield, who was his close friend in the 1950s, reported a payment of $5,000 for White Zombie on Lugosi's tax returns. The cast and crew's reaction to Lugosi on the set was mixed. Madge Bellamy recalled her collaboration with Lugosi positively, stating that he was very pleasant and that he used to kiss her hand in the morning when they would come onto the set. In contrast, assistant cameraman Enzo Martinelli remarked that Lugosi wasn't really a friendly type on set. Actor Clarence Muse, who played the coach driver, claimed that some scenes were partly rewritten or restaged by Lugosi, who also helped to direct some retakes. Lugosi's model for his portrayal of Murder Legendre in White Zombie may have been the character he played in 1919's Slave of a Foreign Will, Sklaven Fremdes Willens, his first German film, in which he played a Svengali-like hypnotist with mesmerizing eyes. Phil Goldstone had previously worked with Bellamy and offered her the role of Madeline Short for a salary of $5,000. For the role of Dr. Brunner, the Halperins looked for an actor with name value and decided to cast Joseph Cawthorn, who was then known to audiences only as comic relief in stage and film roles. Set designer Ralph Berger utilized the rented sets of previous films. These sets included the Great Halls from Dracula, pillars and a hanging balcony from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, 1923. The Dark Corridors from Frankenstein, 1931, and chairs from The Cat and the Canary, 1927. At Archaeopath, a set from The King of Kings, 1927, were used for the interior of Legendre castle. In addition to Berger, assistant director William Cody and sound director L.E. Pete Clark earned their first film credit by working on White Zombie. Jack Pierce, Lugosi's makeup artist on White Zombie, had been responsible for the makeup of several other famous horror films of the era, including Frankenstein, The Wolfman, and The Mummy, 1932. Clarence Muse took over the role of the coach driver for principal photography has already begun. Footage shot for White Zombie was recycled for the film's sequel, Revolt of the Zombies, also made by Halprin Productions, which was released in 1936.
Well, according to their legend, Angkor was built for these robots. Thousands of tireless, feelingless human machines.
Yes, I know, and they call them zombies.
Controlled and directed mentally by their pitch king.
Yes.
White Zombie premiered on July 28, 1932, in New York City's Rivoli Theater. The film received a mixed box office reception upon its initial release but was a great financial success for an independent film at the time.